So in this complete blackout, General Museveni declared himself winner of the election again.
Our next speaker is Bobi Wine. He is a Ugandan pop star, activist, and political leader. He heads the National Unity Platform, which is the country's largest opposition party, and he was elected to parliament in 2017. As a singer, Bobi Wine's music has focused on social justice issues. He's been blocked from performing, however. Since 2018, his music considered a threat to the political establishment. He received massive support across the country and then started the People Power movement in 2017 to encourage young Ugandans to get involved in politics. Since then, he's been arrested, tortured, subjected to various other forms of abuse and harassment. His supporters and friends have been targeted by the government, with some killed and others abducted and tortured. Bobi Wine was a presidential candidate in Uganda's most recent election, which has been described as the most violent and least fair in the country's history. He was placed under house arrest, denied access to food or water. Now, I see that on social media there's tremendous excitement that you're here at the United Nations and that your followers refer to you as Mr. President. You have the floor.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Thank you very much for having me. I'm very honored and privileged to be here, not just for myself, but to highlight the plight of the people of Uganda and many people in the world that face the same that we are facing in Uganda. My name, like you said, is Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, although I'm more popularly known by my stage name as an artist, Bobi Wine. I'm a musician, an activist, and also political leader. And yes, I challenged General Museveni in the 2021 election, which turned out to be the most violent election, not just in the history of Uganda, but in all elections that I've seen, because I had to campaign with a bulletproof vest and a ballistic helmet. I survived 3 assassination attempts in 3 weeks by the police and military. On the campaign trail, my entire campaign team was arrested and incarcerated without charge. Many were tortured, and many are actually still in detention. On November 18th, 2020, I was arrested, and when people protested, the military went on rampage and shot and killed hundreds of protesters, although the regime in Uganda only acknowledged 54. Thousands of our supporters were abducted by unmarked military trucks. Many of them showed up dead on the roadside and in the woods. Many of them returned with severe torture marks and horrifying stories. Women were raped, men were castrated, and others, terrible things happened to them. Many are still missing up to today. And like I said, many are dead. Many are detained without charge up to today. This did not just happen and stopped in the campaign season. It is still going on as we speak right now. Many political prisoners are held without charge, and this includes 2 members of parliament from my party and a young mother who was taken away and left her breastfeeding baby behind. I could go on and on and on, but it's important for me to highlight that as we speak right now, the mineral-rich region of Karamoja is facing bombardment. Hundreds of extrajudicial killings are ongoing. Houses are being burnt and women are being raped. All that is because that region supported us overwhelmingly and is facing the wrath of the military, which is commanded by the son of General Museveni. I could go on and on and on about the plight of the people of Uganda, but now that I'm here, I want to use this opportunity to request the world for attention. Every time we speak, because we cannot find justice in Uganda by local methods, we tend to highlight our plight to the international community, although when we do that, General Museveni brands us as agents of the West and agents of colonialism. But I request the world for attention. If we get just a fraction of the attention that other regions get, we believe that would be a healing process for us, ladies and gentlemen. Just like Putin is doing in Ukraine, just like Putin has been tolerated by the international community, General Museveni has been tolerated for far too long and the detriment of democracy and human rights is the tolerance of the world's democracies for dictators. Just like Putin had to start a war to win attention and ratings in his country, just last month, Uganda faced a verdict from the International Court of Justice, having raided the Democratic Republic of Congo and plundering and murdering and raping women there. Now the taxpayer of Uganda has to pay more than $200 million to settle that which was caused by General Museveni. Uganda depends largely on international aid, and it's sad that the international community continues to have cooperation and to shake General Museveni's blood-stained hand. We have constantly called for sanctions. We've called for the same standard of human rights in Uganda. We have requested the international community to hold Uganda accountable and to put conditions of human rights, of the respect for human rights and democracy and the rule of law as preconditions for cooperation. And again, we've called for sanctions for General Museveni. And we've said that when Idi Amin did what Museveni is doing in Uganda, he was sanctioned. When Charles Taylor did to the people of Liberia what Museveni is doing right now in Uganda, he was sanctioned. When Robert Mugabe did to the people of Zimbabwe what Museveni is doing to the people of Uganda, he was sanctioned. When Saddam Hussein and many other dictators did what General Museveni is doing in Uganda, they were sanctioned. Why then is General Museveni not being sanctioned? So we are here to challenge the international community to hold General Museveni on the same standard of human rights, of democracy, and the rule of law in Uganda. Dear international community, if you cannot help us, please stop sponsoring our oppression. Please stop being the paymasters of our oppressor. If that stops, then that will be the beginning of the liberation of the people of Uganda. I thank you.
I thought I was safe as a celebrity, partying with the rich and powerful military generals, whining and dining with them. But I did not know that it didn't change the reality. The reality that I was just a boy from the ghetto, and that I would not be free from their oppressive rule until everyone in Uganda was free.
This must panic, that must worry General Museveni, because all that is happening, I think he never expected this, because they felt like they ended the power and the energy and strength of Museveni, of Bobi Wine. Because since the time of election, this man went on missing and nobody knew where he was. We only see him coming out to address the people. But I do really appreciate this union from Geneva, the human rights parliament from Geneva, just organizing and holding this summit. Holding this summit just for Bobi Wine, so that they can make him amplify his voice, and the world can be able to hear what he had to say and what happened, and which made him to be where he is today. Because many people have been coming out to ask, where did Bobi Wine go? Where did he go? People have been worried about his life. His family have no idea where he is and how he's doing. The world and the African news are asking question, where did he go? Because we are just watching Yoweri Museveni, his government, doing their own things, going on with their life. But the person that was contesting or competing with him, after the election, he went on missing. And now it's the leaders in Africa who call themselves a democratic leaders. They're the one of the African leaders who call themselves the best leaders, the democratic leaders who can only lead Africa, because nobody else or no one else is able to have to rule their countries. They feel like they're the saints, they're the perfect people to govern their countries, but no one else. Now, from this, I think we are expecting something new to come in. We are expecting something new to come out, because we know that for these people to organize this summit, as the human rights organization, they have come to organize this organization because they know all that happened, and they know what should be done, what's supposed to be done against the current regime of Uganda. according from what of all they committed during during the period of election, because we know all that happened. We know, despite the internet being shut down, we know all that happened, and we were able to see everything that happened. How Museveni was rigging election, how the people were used to rig election in favor of Museveni, so that the people can have him. He can continue ruling this country under his tight policies and rules, which is making thousands of people in thousands of Uganda to live under fear, under oppression, under depression, under poverty. But he is fighting so hard to make sure that he secures his position. So Bobi Wine, I just presented the video of Bobi Wine from Geneva in this summit, when these people were able to speak their voices and issue their statements, what is supposed to be done and what the world should expect from the country of Uganda. And I don't really believe from this, Museveni, his government must panic, because they never expected this. This man is making the great moves that no one expected that this will come to happen. Just like Kizza basically said, that the country of Uganda, for anyone to come and liberate this country, you need to sacrifice yourself. You need to sacrifice yourself to make sure to be able to liberate this country, because all that's happening under the tight government of Kaguta Museveni, in support of the military and his parliament, which are only doing things in his favor. For you to be able to manage to liberate this country, you need to sacrifice yourself, and that is what Bobi Wine is doing today. This man is very rich. Let me tell you, first of all, Bobi Wine is very rich. He's able to even to go out of that country, out of the country of Uganda, and live the well life. But he cannot do this because he started a journey. He started a mission, and the mission that he's doing, what he's fighting for, is not only for him, but he's fighting for the millions of Ugandan people who need to be free, who need to see a peace in their countries, who need to have a new page of life. He's fighting in favor of his people, because he feels like the people are in a bondage, the people are living like captives, and they need to be free. And no one else can be able to do this, but he's able to do this. That's why he sacrificed his own life to make sure that the country of Uganda is liberated. In favor of each and every African. The people are supporting you. The people are behind him, and we are sure that he is going to achieve this agenda, and the country of Uganda will be free, and people from Uganda will have peace again, just like how this country had peace during the time it get independence. Let me have your voice in the comment section. Be blessed, Richie from Love. I appreciate you are doing great by tuning in this channel, The Black History. Let's continue subscribing, sharing to build more space for our conversation, and be blessed.